Hey everyone, so this is my review of Riverdale, Season 3, Episode 2, called Fortune in Man's Eye, and essentially what this episode is about is that after a bunch of mysterious happenings go down in the forest, Betty and Jughead choose to investigate into it, and while it's going on, Archie sort of learns to navigate his new life in the detention center that he's in. And this was a really interesting and great episode that did do a good job of sort of furthering a lot of the plots that they set up. And everything with Betty and Jughead in this episode was really interesting, with them looking more into this creature that Jughead stumbled upon in the last episode, and them trying to figure out like what's going on with these kids that got murdered and like who was all involved and stuff was interesting. And I did really enjoy how they sort of chose to approach everything and how everything was sort of laid out, where it was these kids playing this fantasy game, but then some of them no longer believed that it was just fiction. And I especially enjoyed the moments with when Betty and Jughead discover that Ethel is involved, and how Ethel sort of approaches everything, where she's like the main one that no longer believes that anything that they did over the summer was fantasy, and that it all is true and real and stuff. And then it was also fun with when Jughead and Betty stumble upon this secret bunker that Ethel tells them about, and they discover that another kid has been like living in there for weeks now because of the fact that he was told to just like stand watch, and hasn't discovered that the person that was supposed to let him free is now dead. So that was interesting with how all that approached. And then I especially loved it with the one sort of like side story going on, that somehow the parents are aware of what's going on and stuff, because maybe similar sort of happenings went on when they were kids. So them trying to deal with how to approach that and sort of keep their kids out of harm and stuff is interesting story plot that was set up in this episode, but will probably be continued and furthered in the episodes to come. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen there and see more development of what's going on with this sort of creature that's lurking in the woods. And then everything with Archie was interesting and stuff, with him dealing with his life now in this detention center and dealing with trying to find acquaintances and friends and stuff, and everything around that was interesting, especially with the reintroduction of Joaquin and him knowing some of the past stuff that Archie has done from season 1 and sort of using that against Archie, so then he can't join the serpents in the prison and stuff. So he's sort of left on his own and is badly beaten and stuff because of that. And then how Archie chose to try and create camaraderie by creating like this football game and stuff was interesting, with how it was all shown and done and stuff. And then the ending of this episode for Archie was interesting, with his cellmate Mad Dog being killed because of unknown purposes and stuff. So then Archie sort of has to step up to take over his role. And I'm very interested to see how all that's going to play out and stuff, and like how that's going to affect Archie's ability to leave. And then just overall, this was a really great episode that did do a good job of like setting up for storylines and stuff to come, that I'm really excited to see how all of them are going to play out. And just, yeah. So that was my review of Riverdale, Season 3, Episode 2, called Fortune in Man's Eye. So, yeah. Bye!